Hello and welcome to the Film for Thought podcast, TV edition on Blast Radio.
Ever prepared, Katie. So, how
have
you
a
doing,
problem.
Connor?
Oh, there it is.
First rule of Fight Club is, you do not talk about Fight Club.
You can't handle the truth.
We named the dog Indiana.
On Wednesdays we wear pink.
You talking to me?
And here we
This week on the show,
Wait. Our intro hadn't even finished
I
yet.
don't know.
No.
It finished on mine.
Are you alright, Connor?
do
Can
my
you make
intro?
sure your microphone is facing the correct way?
Oh,
this is just a
great
disaster
radio.
of a show.
Leave me alone. Okay, this week on the show, Game of Thrones, House of Cards, Friends. That's right, TV is taking over and leaving film in a roll of carpet on a motorway by a service station. Oh my god, what are you doing to my microphone? Get away from my microphone!
Look, it sounds like you're talking at the side of your microphone.
Man, you
So I
need
just
to
wanna-
stop.
To the side of a
You
tin
stop. I'm
can.
not even through the intro yet, guys. Come on.
Okay, let's finish the intro.
I'm your host for this week, Conor Mulgrew. Joining me on the show this week is my co-host, as always, Jake Mulgrew.
Yep. And
And
a
our-
resident microphone fixer.
Yes, resident microphone fixer. And our guest this week, the established, the lovely, the beardy, Mark Riley, president of Blast Radio.
Hello.
Thanks, mate.
How are you doing?
I'm very good, thank you. How are you?
Okay. As always, you can join
Oh,
me.
all right, okay. Jeez.
I
Rude.
guess you'll never know.
As always, you can join the conversation on Twitter using the hashtag FFTOnBlast. I'm at Con Mulgrew, and Jake is at Jake Mulgrew.
I am.
If you can't stay all night, don't worry. We have you covered. Just tune into our YouTube channel at 6 p.m. on Saturday and catch the archive version. I'll be honest, I might just do that myself.
I do that.
It's not
Do
as
you
good.
watch the show?
No, I just meant I thought
Oh.
I might leave and come back tomorrow night at 6.
Oh, I thought you... I just embarrassingly confessed to, like, watching our show.
Oh, wow, that's really sad. Do you not have anything better to do on a Saturday, Jake? You're a uni student. Come
No,
on.
I spend the day editing the show and then putting the show online. And then
Okay.
I watch Doctor Who.
So,
TV.
this week it is TV week.
Mm-hmm.
So,
But it doesn't
first, that doesn't matter. We're going straight to the newsroom, as always.
Great.
Jake, off you go.
I realise I've written down box office in my notes, but I haven't got any box office data. But I can tell you off the top of my head what I think happened.
Films are out. People are probably going to watch them.
No, when we talk box office, we talk about American box office. So we talk that's the quote unquote domestic. But I can tell you off the top of my head that Spectre came in at number 1 with 79-ish million,
Oh, that's
which is a lot of money.
a lot of cash.
But that's been out here for a while. It's making a lot of money. Is the point?
Yeah.
And then Peanuts came out, and that came in at number 2. And then the box office looked pretty similar as usual. After that, it was The Martian, then Goosebumps, then Bridge of Spies.
Same as it has been for literally the last 3 weeks of this show.
Yeah, I'm glad we keep doing this segment.
I mean, it's your segment.
Hey, look,
You keep bringing
depending
this up.
on how the box office goes next week, we might just start straight with the news and not do a box office report. But
Oh,
that's all.
I
mean,
failed to mention something, sorry, by the way.
course you
that
did.
song for the intro, that was I'll Be There For You by the Rembrandts. But
just
I'm
in
pretty
case anyone
sure...
didn't know.
He forgot to mention a song by The Remembrance.
Mark, please. Mark. Come on, man.
Mark, why?
All right, sorry. Go ahead.
So, do you want some news?
yeah, that'd be nice.
Cool. So we got some photos this week.
Did we?
Yeah, that's it. That's the news.
That's
We
it.
got some photos.
News over. Okay.
No.
Time for the topic this week.
We got some pictures of Benedict Cumberbatch filming Doctor Strange in Peru. Sorry, not Peru. In Nepal.
Nepal.
Yeah, they're in Nepal, and he's all beardy, and he looks all rough.
I'm actually
he
going to
has
look these
some-
photos up because I haven't seen them yet.
He has some green screening tape around his fingers because, for anyone who doesn't know Doctor Strange, the story is he loses. He's a surgeon, like a really good surgeon, who loses the ability to use his hands in a car accident. And none of those pictures you're looking at there, Connor, are real.
What do I have to Google to get these? Jake?
Set photos. So it's
Sounds
set
like
photos.
some
so
sort of Edward Scissorhands.
yeah. So in order to regain the ability to use his hands, yeah, that's right, Connor. That's the one. In order to be able to use his hands again, he becomes the Sorcerer Supreme of Marvel. So he becomes a magic man.
Am I the only person that thinks it looks like he's about to reprise his role from 12 Years a Slave?
No, because that's not even close to what he looks like in 12
No,
Years
it's just
a
the
Slave.
beard. It's just the beard.
He doesn't have a beard in
doesn't
12
have a
Years
I
a
know,
Slave.
but the beard is very 12 Years a Slave. Like, do you know what I
What?
mean? Do you know what I mean?
Not a clue.
No, okay, fine.
Literally nothing.
12 years
Go back on with the news. I'm
12 years
clearly
a
an
shave.
idiot. What did you just say?
12 years of shave.
Mark. Mark, you're not helping me here, buddy.
I had one job.
Yeah, so it doesn't show you very well in that photo there, Connor, but he's
No.
wearing like screen tape around his fingers and stuff, so I assume they'll like CGI him looking all mangled with his fingers.
Okay.
So yeah, but that's it. Are you excited for Doctor Strange when it comes out?
God, I love Doctor Strange.
Yeah.
He's actually one of my favorite Marvel characters,
Weird.
like by far.
Right.
Like,
Any particular reason?
Yeah, I love the occult Marvel stuff. The same reason I like the occult DC stuff. It's a nice change from dudes in tight spandex and capes, to be quite honest.
Yeah.
And-
who'd enjoy that? Am I right?
Yeah, well, losers. But seriously though,
Says the Superman fan and the Batman fan.
yeah. But yeah, they like.
You're looking at us like, what a bunch of nerds.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Doctor Strange is fantastic though. You got to admit.
Yeah, he's all right.
Yeah, he's
No, he's good.
he's awesome.
He's pretty good.
Okay.
But yeah, that's all I have to say about that.
I'm gonna
Sorry,
tweet those out.
I should say we're catching up a little bit of news from last week because we pre-recorded
Yeah,
on
we did.
the Wednesday.
Yeah, we
or
did.
the
We lost
Thursday.
2 days of news.
So it's the last couple of
I'm
days of
going
news
to
from last
tweet
week.
these out from the related pages.
Yeah, so if you keep an eye on, don't tweet it out on blast.
No.
no.
Why?
So if you keep an eye on the Twitter pages, you'll get links to all of the stuff that we're talking about. We got a new trailer this week for Alice
this isn't
Through
the one I was
Looking.
excited
yeah,
about.
no. Well,
Oh.
it was last week actually. Like I said, we're catching up on
Okay.
last week's news. So Alice in the Looking Glass. I assume you didn't watch it because why would you care?
What is that? What even
It's
is
the
that?
sequel to Tim Burton's Alice in Wonderland.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What,
Did you
it's
watch
taken
was
this
only
long?
okay.
It's taken them this long.
That was only okay at best.
No, it wasn't even that.
It wasn't. That's why I said at best.
What did you think about
I
it?
liked it.
Oh,
but-
never mind.
But
Get
then again, I was like 15, so
Yeah, that is true. When did that? Yeah, that was.
2009 or.
I could have
2008.
sworn it. I could have sworn it was post 2010.
Yeah, I think it's 2010.
Right.
It might be
exactly.
2010.
So you were an 18-year-old.
All right.
You're old.
Yeah, you're 26, right?
23.
There's a joke
It's
from
like
earlier
you
in the
can't
day.
do maths. Because earlier you were saying, I thought he was like 3 years older than me, 26, and you're 20.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not. I forget my own age a lot, like way too often.
But yeah, I watched the trailer for this last week, and it looks just like the first one. So I don't
Yeah.
care.
It's very Tim Burton, I'm assuming. I don't even need to watch the trailer. I'm not gonna.
Yeah,
I'm not
I mean Johnny
interested.
Depp is in it, being Johnny Deppish.
Well,
Crazy. Ooh,
Johnny Depp's in a Tim Burton film.
I know. and
Get
so-
out of town.
Wait for this. Helena Bonham Carter's in it. As
Is
well.
she really?
Yeah.
They got divorced.
I'm sure
gonna
that
be
doesn't
awkward
ruin
on
the
sets
professional working relationship.
Well, no, but it's got to be awkward at least.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, this was filmed before the divorce. I think.
Jake, can I
But,
ask,
I mean, it
Ah.
must
can I
have
ask
been
a
in
quick question?
Maybe the
mate?
film is bad enough that they got divorced.
That's what it is.
Can I ask a quick question, Jake?
You can ask me whatever.
Why
you
have you set my microphone at such a level that I'm going to get whiplash if I carry on talking into
Just
it?
bring it down a little bit, but make sure
Whiplash.
it stays like in
You
your
like that,
face.
don't you?
Oh, it's a good film. I love Whiplash. have you
Oh
seen Whiplash,
man,
Mark?
we're going to talk about
No,
that
I
next
haven't.
week on the
Oh
week
yeah, we're
where
doing
we,
music in film. Next
yeah, we were
week.
going to do that this week, but there was a quick change of plans, like yesterday night.
Yeah,
so.
thanks for that. Freaks me out. So Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. We talked about it a little bit last week because there were some photos that came out,
Yeah.
and we speculated to the plot. You're right, Mark.
I've not seen these.
Oh, they
You've
look cool.
captivated my attention.
Yeah, they look.
Oh,
really
they
cool.
look great.
Eddie Redmayne looked like a wizard.
Who
He has a
else?
We
stick.
sort of played it
It's
off.
just Eddie Redmayne. I think Colin Farrell's in it.
We sort
I
of played
thought
it
they
off a
didn't
bit
have smart
last
people.
week though when we talked about this. We said how I mean, yeah, they look like wizards.
They
They
are
look
definitely
like they're
wizards.
in the 20s. It's
Yeah.
okay, but they're actually really good. They're
Yeah,
like,
the
they're
photos
very
are great.
consistently stylized, and I like it.
Yeah.
they're great.
But yeah, the Colin Farrell is in it. I think.
Really?
Yeah.
He's like the only English actor that wasn't in any of the Harry Potter
He's
films. So.
Irish.
He is
Oh,
Irish.
yeah, he is, isn't he?
He's-
Oh, I thought you were talking about Colin Firth.
Oh no.
Oh, he
Oh, that
totally
would be
should
good.
have
Why
been.
isn't he in any
Why
of
wasn't he the
Harry
Minister
Potter
for Magic? Oh yeah, because they replaced the bad
Bill
Minister for
Nye.
Magic with
with Bill Nye?
Bill Nye, and I can't really.
Oh, I said Bill Nye, not the science guy.
No, Bill Nye.
Why
I
do
can't
you-
really argue.
One of
that.
them needs to change the names.
Yeah, Bill Nye.
Because I just can't.
I mean, I guess
can't.
actually Bill Nye would probably be easier since you can't really rhyme anything else with the science guy.
Yeah.
The science guy.
Bill Nye, the science guy. But yeah, so
Quality
there
programming
was some
on Blast Radio.
there were some plot details revealed about.
So go on then. How close to the mark were we?
we
No,
were not.
I mean, you're like
we were not
5
that
feet
close.
away, but It took you a second, didn't it?
There's a badum in the system somewhere.
There is. There legitimately is.
No, we're not
I
going to
think
find it in
Katie's
time.
given
It'll
up
be
on
gone by
sound
the time
effects
that we
now.
go. But yeah, so we got some plot stuff. Apparently, now I might have heard wrong.
Yeah.
Because sometimes my sources are not always reliable.
I mean, that's news for you.
Welcome to
We report the
film
news
journalism.
here at Blast
It's film-
Radio, which
film
means you can
journalism is-
only rely on about 10% of what we say.
Yeah. So the set photos show him with his wand and suitcase. In his suitcase, this is Newt Scamander
Yeah,
or
Eddie
Newt
Redmayne.
Scamander or
Scamander.
whatever.
Eddie Redmayne.
Redmayne's character.
in a suit.
He's got a suitcase in one hand, a briefcase even, and a magical wand in the other. The magic wand is nothing of note, really. Well, I say that it's
It's
magic.
Harry Potter.
But
It's something
but
of
yeah,
note.
in his briefcase he carries around like shrunken versions of all of the beasts he catches, or something. You know, like in the 7th Harry Potter
that's
film.
really cool.
Oh.
Like Emma Watson. No, not Emma Watson, but Hermione Granger had the things you could
The
just
big
like.
bag. Oh,
the
so it's
bag.
not shrunken versions of the animals. It's the animals.
Oh yeah,
just
it's
in
like
a big
I think.
bag.
Well, I don't know. It's
What if
some
it's,
kind
you know,
of.
there's
I tell you what, it's magic.
Goblet of
That.
Fire, Jake. Goblet of Fire. They have tiny versions of all the dragons. Maybe that's
Yeah,
what they
it
were
might
going
be
for.
something like that.
Where they pull the dragons
Yeah.
out of the tiny bag and like
So
the
and then
horntail bites Harry.
I don't like that bit is confirmed.
Okay.
Like he captures all the things and then he goes to New York for whatever reason.
Yeah.
But I heard that there's some kind of like Goosebumps-esque thing where like, oh no, and they all escape or something stupid like that. That would be just dreadful, right? Do you
Yeah.
really want to see him like chasing around New York after a bunch of?
I think I would have
magical
to speed
beasts?
up the film and just put the Benny Hill theme on behind it.
Maybe that's why. Because you know how the Central Park Zoo is literally like plonked in the middle of Central Park, in the middle of the city.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe that's the origins of the zoo. They had all these animals that they couldn't get back in the bag,
Yeah.
so they just thought we'll build a
Oddly
fence
enough,
around
But
them.
Mark,
if you go
I'm
to the
not
Central
sure you
Park
can
Zoo
go and see a Hungarian horntail in Central
or a
Park Zoo.
hippogriff.
Well, obviously, after the Declaration of Magic Secrecy or whatever it was,
Yeah, that was.
they got rid of all the magical creatures,
Yeah,
but
and they
there's
were
still
left with just
lions and
Declaration of
tigers and
Magic.
bears.
Oh,
Oh my!
I'm sorry, but just the Declaration of Magic.
The Declaration of Magic Secrecy.
Yeah,
That's
that's
just
the
a-
thing.
Take it seriously.
You've read the books.
No,
No.
he hasn't.
No, I haven't.
He's not that big of
Well,
a fan.
I'm
of
the
it.
only English person who hasn't read the books.
Yeah, well, I know what you mean. There's like they have
Yeah.
like a
They decide,
legislation.
hey, let's stop
that is-
telling all these muggles about wizards.
and
let's keep a
what are they
secret.
called? No-magiers. That's what the Americans apparently call muggles in this film. Which
I
sounds
can-
really offensive.
Whoa, sorry. I can definitely say that that's not true. We
Yeah, I
call them muggles.
No.
No, not
I
what
mean,
he's saying.
yes,
Oh.
Americans across the world.
Real
call them
American-
muggles.
real
American
Americans.
muggles.
In
Harry
the
Potter
world of, in the
Americans,
world of Harry
however.
Potter, the American slang
Okay, that makes more sense now.
Way more
is
sense,
no
yeah.
match.
Yeah,
Which
because
sounds
muggle's a very British word.
It's a, yes, a muggle.
We've
But
had
then again,
we've had this conversation a lot about English
Katie,
versus
do me a
American
favour
words.
and say no match into the mic because I can't imagine it in my head.
No madge.
No, that doesn't sound right to me, does it? Mark's
I think
shaking
we
his head,
should have just
forgetting that
kept it
we're on
as
radio.
muggles.
I reckon we'll have to reserve judgment on how natural
We'll
that
see.
sounds
We'll see.
in conversation for
I'm
when
still
the
not
film
even
comes
convinced
out.
that Eddie Redmayne could do a good American accent.
Is he gonna do an American? Is Newt Salamander American?
I
I
thought
was
he
pretty
was.
sure he's an English character.
Can we stop calling him
No,
Newt Salamander?
I was going to say he's
Sorry.
Newt Scamander.
Sorry, Professor Salamander.
No, that's not quite what he meant. Anyway, moving on. Last Friday we got the trailer for Duncan Jones's Warcraft film, which we've talked about a little bit on the show before.
I'm sorry, they're just everyone's dead.
I'm trying to like do our show here. No, yeah, we got a Warcraft trailer.
Yeah, we did, and I didn't watch it.
Did you not?
No, I saw the
You're
teaser.
the one who knows about
I know,
Warcraft.
I know, but you failed to realise I was out of town and doing a lot of stuff.
Well, I mean, it's just me talking to myself because I doubt you watched it, Mark, right?
No.
No, you have no idea what I'm talking
If,
about.
No,
you, if
not a
you'd
clue.
like, I can take 5.
can
You can
tell
talk
you
to Mark
it
and
looks-
I can come back after having watched the trailer.
No,
if
it's
that
fine.
helps.
Basically, it just looks like The Hobbit,
Yeah,
but with a slightly lesser budget
and bigger armor.
Not quite as interesting.
Bigger armor.
And I didn't
Much
even,
bigger armor.
I didn't even like The Hobbit that much.
No.
Honestly, I don't know. We were hoping for Warcraft to be like the one that that brought back.
I'm still
video game film.
reserving
It could
judgment.
be. Look,
because it could just be that they're going for an extremely stylized.
yeah. Look, there
aesthetic.
are bad trailers for great films,
Yeah.
and there are great trailers for bad
Star
films.
Wars
You should do that as a
Episode
theme.
6.
Yeah, that would be good. Like
Star Wars Episode 6 is
misleading trailers.
Films that looked great when they were on trailer and were actually
Phantom
rubbish.
Menace.
most things.
and vice versa. As well.
Most
Yeah,
things with Bruce Willis.
Well, the
look
thing
better in
was,
trailer.
Edge of Tomorrow had a really bad marketing campaign.
Yeah, it did.
but
Awful. That film was great.
But yeah,
And I'm ashamed to say it because it's Tom Cruise, and I should be like, oh, crazy Scientologist guy, but no.
here on Film for Thought, we respect all people with all beliefs.
Yeah, we do.
But Scientology, man, can't get my head around it. So yeah, that's I mean, we can't really talk about the Warcraft trailer, I guess, if you've not seen it.
No, I guess not.
Right?
Can I just say a thing that relevant to the Scientology thing?
No, how dare you?
It's also relevant because there's a piece of news that's not on this list, which is...
Yeah, but whenever you bring news, it's always news from like a month ago that I just decided not to talk
It's
about.
literally from 2 days ago. Ridley Scott apparently leaked details about the
Oh
plot
yeah,
of
this one from
Prometheus
this week.
2. Yeah.
Yeah,
Come
go
at
on.
me.
Talk to me about
No,
it.
but like the reason I'm bringing this up is because it sort of links back to the Scientology thing, where I was like, I'm making fun of Scientology, which I know I shouldn't be doing,
Yeah.
but I am.
We should say we do actually respect all
We do,
with
actually.
all beliefs.
But I realised that I and a lot of people like Prometheus, but have in the past poked jest at Scientology.
Wait, what's the connection?
Prometheus is literally, it's literally just Scientology.
Oh.
That's what the film is. It's
Oh.
humans were made by aliens.
Okay. Is that what Scientology is?
I believe
like
I believe the
Sort of.
let's not talk about it, but
Yeah,
I believe that
We'll move past
I
it.
believe that the themes of Prometheus are relatively similar to the core beliefs of
Yeah,
Scientology. So.
very possible.
Anyway,
So another thing that I'm guessing you've probably not watched, so I'm just going to be talking to myself again. We got a new teaser. No, we got a new theatrical trailer for Jessica Jones, the Netflix TV series.
I wish I'd seen it.
It's really great. It's got more David
Yeah.
Tennant in it,
It
which
does.
is always great.
It's always a
So
good thing.
Mark, have you watched Daredevil on Netflix?
No.
Oh, I just assume because you're a bit of a Netflix guy, you watch House of Cards.
What do you mean by that?
Can we just?
As in you watch House of Cards?
How
and
rude.
things?
Can we just talk about a thing real quick?
Go on, hit me with
David Tennant.
It's great.
Can Zack Snyder please
Cast him as the Riddler.
cast him as the Riddler?
Yeah,
already?
we've been
like
wanting
I
that
need
since,
that
like,
for. I needed that in my life for way too long.
Yeah, so the trailer looks really cool. You got a few more badass action shots and a little bit more insight into David Tennant's character. And there's a really cool bit where for
Where he
those that
sits on
don't
a
know,
table.
He's like a
Or was that
mind
the last one?
he's like a mind control person,
Yeah.
and like there's this really great bit where he's in the police station and Jessica Jones is there, and he basically makes all of the police officers like pull out their guns, and basically everyone has a gun pointed to their head, and he's making that
that's
happen.
crazy.
And it's just a really cool shot and a really cool idea.
That's crazy.
So yeah, that's the first half of our news. We're going to cut to a musical break. Connor, what is our song?
If you give me a second.
Great,
I'm sorry.
thanks for being
I had
prepared.
these notes up and I was so prepared, but our next song will be "I'm No Superman" by Laszlo Bain from the soundtrack of Scrubs.
Enjoy it.
Hello and welcome back to Film for Thought podcast on Blast. That was Last Man Standing by People in Planes. Once again, if you want to join us on Twitter, you can join the conversation at ConMorgrew or at Jake Mulgrew,
What was
and
that last
using the
song
hashtag FFT on Blast.
What was that last song from? Sorry.
That was from the Walking Dead soundtrack.
So we're doing all. Usually we do all.
Yeah,
film.
all movie soundtracks,
Okay.
except this week,
It's TV week.
has taken over.
Ah,
What are we going to do?
it's everywhere.
Damn you, Netflix!
It's weird that that's what we consider TV now.
Yeah.
Like your head went straight to Netflix.
Yeah, it is weird. But anyway,
Back to the
second
news.
half of the news segment.
Back to the news, and this is one that every time I mentioned the show to Mark this week, he was like, "Are we going to talk about this? Are we going to talk about this?" We got the first teaser for Finding Dory.
Oh my god, I'm in love with this
It's
teaser.
great, isn't it?
Oh,
It's
it
a
is.
cool little teaser.
I've seen a lot of criticism about it.
Yeah, you
Of
mentioned
course you
this
have.
during
It's
the
the
week.
internet. It's
No, 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 but-
2015.
No, but
Everyone's
like
very strange.
like not a level of criticism that was around like when Toy Story 3's trailer came out or anything like that. Like an actual disappointment.
Yeah, that's
wave.
because people are only capable of hate anymore, Mark.
That's all you get on the internet.
Wake up and smell the coffee.
Wake up, sheeple.
Wake up, sheeple.
Mm.
But no, you said
Steel
that
beams,
people were,
man.
You said that people were upset that it didn't show anything.
Yeah, and my argument was that it is a teaser trailer. It's not
Yeah.
an actual trailer.
Yeah.
Like,
so stupid.
you're not
Oh
getting
no!
3
How
minutes.
dare that teaser do exactly?
Yeah, like
How dare
what
that
it's
teaser
designed to
tease
do.
you and
I know
make you
that's
want
the
to see
thing.
more?
It's like
ridiculous.
I'm annoyed because I didn't get to see as much as I wanted to see.
Yeah.
This
Yeah.
teased me too much. It's like good.
This
it's,
teaser trailer made me want to see the film. How dare it?
Yeah.
it's good though. Did you like it? Like
Oh man, I love it. It's great. I love it. I love it.
Mark, what were your thoughts on it?
I just thought it was the right amount of context so you see which fish are in the second film.
Yeah, you
Did,
get a look
can I
at some-
just bring up a thing? Did we see Dory sleep swimming in the last film? 'Cause
No.
I don't
No.
think
They didn't really spend a lot of time sleeping in
We,
that first
we
film.
didn't
No.
see it.
All the
Yet
events.
somehow everyone already knew that she sleep swam. Let's be serious. Like we all knew that was a thing that she did a lot.
Well, I mean,
She just strikes you
seems
as
like
that kind of
this.
person.
yeah, she strikes me as that kind of fish.
But
Connor.
there
Yeah.
was
When I think about fish,
Yeah.
in the first film. There's a lot of ambiguity about her past.
yeah, exactly.
yeah,
and I feel
so-
like that looks like that's going.
And when you say ambiguity about her past, you mean nothing.
Yeah.
There is nothing about
And
her
also,
past.
like, there isn't a great deal of like sleeping done in the first
yeah,
film.
that's
Yeah.
what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah, I
there's
guess so.
there isn't a lot. Of
Don't all
sleeping.
the events take place literally over like a day? or-
Yeah, they do.
something like
Yeah.
that. But yeah,
Well, no, I think it's like a week.
It
isn't
looks
it?
really?
interesting. Like I thought, I was really nervous that when I heard the title "Finding Dory," I was like, "Oh no, Dory's going to go missing. It's just going to be a carbon copy of the first one." But it looks to me that the Finding Dory is like a kind of a spiritual finding. Do you know what I mean? Like
Ah,
it's
yeah,
not,
see, I
it's-
didn't get
it's-
that connection,
it's-
but
yeah,
now
it's-
that you've
It's
said
more
it,
like chasing Dory.
not even. Well, kind of actually, yeah, because they're like she's finding herself, finding her
I just want
family.
to
You know,
strike something
she's
down. Like
starting
this has
to-
been bothering me for a while. I need to figure out what the little girl's name is.
Which little girl?
ooh.
The one that keeps killing the fish.
Oh,
P.
with the
Sherman's
Darlene.
niece.
Is it
Or
Darlene?
something like that. Darla.
Darla.
Darling.
Darla.
See,
Yeah.
I knew it
She
wasn't
shakes the
Darlene.
bag. Fishy.
Jake, please. That's such a sad moment.
It's
Like,
horrific, isn't it?
like it's terrifying and sort of like really sad because you realize, holy crap, this is literally every human child in existence.
yeah, it's like that's what children do.
It's just like
So many fish.
I'm never buying a child a fish in my entire life.
Well,
That's
not
just,
in a bag.
No, definitely not.
Yeah.
Maybe in an enclosed.
Yeah.
Something that's too heavy for them
A,
to pick
a
up.
wall-mounted tank.
Oh, no,
where
don't
they can't get to them.
Yeah,
Like our Uncle
something with a
Peter's
kid
tank.
around.
My Uncle Peter has a tank that's built into the wall.
First
Yeah.
time
Like-
I ever went to London Aquarium, they had a car that was filled up with water in there with fish in there.
That's so cool. I want
Yeah.
that. I
Did
want
they like
that
open
exactly.
the sunroof to like. let
Oh,
no
that'd be
idea.
really
fish.
cool. I want that now. I just want that like in my garden. I will replace my. I don't even have a garden. I live in a flat block, but I will replace my garden
Yeah.
with just.
You're gonna come to
a
my
car.
garden and
I'm
do
gonna
it.
come to Jake's garden. I'm
We've
gonna
got-
put a car in it and just fill it with water.
My
and
flat has
fill
got
it
an
with
has got an empty room at the minute. Someone's moved out, so we might just put fish in there.
Yeah,
Do
just
it,
a
man.
whole
Fill it
bunch
up.
of fish.
Do it, man. It's great. I love fish. Fish are the best. I have two back
Fish
at
are
home.
friends.
I have a silver one and I have an orange one, and they are called Phoebus and Magikarp.
See, that's his
respectively.
nerdy names. The actual names, because they are technically my fish,
Right.
pancakes.
They're
And,
not
and
technically your fish.
Well,
they're
look,
technically
you
Sam's
called a
fish,
fish
but you gave them
pancake.
to me.
pancakes and syrup, because one was a goldfish, that's syrup, and then pancakes was his daft name.
Except,
I
let's
liked
be
it.
serious. When they evolve, they're going to turn into a Gyarados and a Milotic. So, like, I
Okay.
want them to be named aptly in the meantime.
Video games. It's not. We're not. I don't think we're going to do.
Okay,
video
so
game
off
week.
the topic of aquarium life.
Yeah, back on Finding Dory. It looks.
Off the topic of aquarium life, back onto that film about fish.
Well,
I
she's
meant
not
go
in
to the
an
next
aquarium.
news story, but
She's
okay.
not. All right. Shall we move on?
Yes.
Okay. But just quickly first. Are you excited for Finding Dory?
I'm reasonably excited.
Good. I'm glad. Connor, are you excited for Finding
Of
Dory?
course I'm excited, man.
I'm
Okay,
confident
it's
in-
Ellen DeGeneres.
I'm confident in Pixar's ability to not mess
Yeah.
this up.
I'm
so-
confident
Tell
in
you what.
Pixar and Ellen DeGeneres.
I like Ellen DeGeneres. Tell you who I don't like.
People
Her-
who don't like
no,
Ellen
her,
DeGeneres.
Her cousin. Really, really
Yeah?
mean. Ellen DeSelfish.
Oh,
It's a
Jake,
horrible,
please.
horrible.
Do you remember that? Do you remember that? That series of tweets. Don't try and pun. That's mine and Mark's territory.
Okay.
But like, do you remember that post a while back, which was
Because she's Dory, she could be Ellen DeShellfish.
Jake?
Go
But
on.
like there was a post a while back. Ellen DeGeneres shared a series of tweets when she tried to surprise her wife.
Oh, that was brilliant.
And she got stuck in a
I
cupboard,
don't know if
and she's
I
just
don't know if they're
tweeting
married,
from
but
the
yeah,
cupboard.
Portia.
I thought
And
they
like
were
she's
married.
hiding in a cupboard.
Yeah.
And then
Then she gets out after getting stuck. Like she gets
yeah,
the maid
she's
to get
waiting
her
there
out.
for hours, and
And then
like
she goes upstairs and discovers that Portia was also hiding in a cupboard waiting to scare Ellen.
it's brilliant.
Oh, right.
It's such a good.
It's like that's a.
Can we just welcome to the Ellen for Thought podcast?
Is that? Have we made that joke every week with a new thing?
Yeah, we have. I
I
think.
feel like we do.
I think we
whenever
have.
we get off topic, that seems to be
TV
our
for
like.
Thought, Game for Thought, Theatre for Thought, and Ellen for Thought. I'm pretty sure are what we have so far.
And Magic Roundabout.
And Magic Roundabout for
Yeah,
Thought.
Mark even commented that we end up on the magic roundabout just a little bit too often.
We have
Here we are
even
again.
in, like by default. Just we got
Yeah.
round to the topic just by talking about the fact that we can't stay on topic.
Yeah. So Steve Jobs came out in
Yeah.
America on October 9th.
Did he?
Which was
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
not surprised you
How did he
missed
manage
it.
that?
Wait a second. What happened? What did you say?
the film Steve Jobs.
Ah.
What did you
Steve Jobs
That's
came
right.
out. Oh, I thought he was dead.
Mark.
Too
Mark.
soon, Mark. Gosh.
No, just come on, man.
Yeah. So the film Steve Jobs came out, and it didn't do so well.
No.
Since October 9th, it only made 16 million in America.
Who's in it? Who's
Michael Fassbender and
he
Jeff
Steve
Daniels.
Jobs?
Yeah, he's
Isn't there
Steve Jobs.
two? Isn't there an Ashton Kutcher one?
Yeah, there is an Ashton
Yeah.
Kutcher
Alright.
one.
Is that in the works?
Hmm?
Is that in the works or is it out?
No, that's done. That came out in like 2013.
Can I
Oh.
just say, like,
Not good. I'll
can
save
I
you the
just say,
time.
that
I watched
upsets
it.
me because like he is the one who looks the most.
Yeah,
like-
he looks a lot like Steve Jobs,
Steve
and he kind
Jobs.
of got that mannerism down. But
yeah.
man, it was just.
It's sad that it didn't do well.
But yeah, so I'll read you the headline that I saw this week. Steve Jobs, which opened on October 9th, was pulled from over 2,000 theaters after grossing only 16 million since its release. It's still being screened in 421 theaters. So it did so badly.
Can I just
It got pulled out of over 2,000
Can I make a suggestion?
screens. Yeah, hit me with
Is it possible that the reason we're not seeing any real success with the 12, 13 different Steve Jobs biopics?
Stephen Jobs.
Yeah, Stephen Jobs.
Leave me alone. But like
Because
like
no one's
however many
interested.
Steve Jobs, they're not doing well.
Because no one's interested.
Yeah, is it possible that it's like I know we made a joke about too soon, but is it possible that it's just like everyone currently going to see those films were alive to see most of his life or to see a good portion of it?
I don't think that's it. I just don't think people care that much.
He was not an overly famous or like scandalous figure.
No.
He's just someone who's famous. For
He did have a lot of like hidden
inventions.
stuff.
Yeah,
but, like,
but if it's
just
hidden,
not-
no one
yeah.
knows about it,
Exactly.
and therefore no one's going to go and see a film about it.
Yeah, there's not a lot. Of
It's
hype
like
in it.
the Amy Winehouse thing. Sorry, Kate, I've just cut you off in the one thing that you were going to say.
Go on,
The Amy Winehouse thing is people want to see it because she was.
yeah, she was like openly like quite scandalous.
Yeah.
Kate, you were gonna jump in and say something for the first.
I was just gonna say, like, the only thing that I know that like is not about his company itself was the fact that he died. I thought that like the way that he died, I thought that was really interesting because he was told that he has cancer, and then he just decided I'm just going to go on a pure fruit diet.
What is that? What?
Yeah,
Wait, what?
I don't know if that would make a good film, but
no,
that
but
definitely interests me.
Certainly
it was interesting
cooking
because
tutorial or something.
I think it'd make an interesting study.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I suppose.
I don't know if that's really cinematic.
I suppose the only
materials.
other thing is like the drama that he had. Like he refused to accept that his daughter was his daughter or something like that. Like Lisa, the one that he named the computer after.
I literally have not heard any.
well,
of
I
this.
only know this because I watched the Ashton Kutcher one,
Oh, okay.
and it wasn't good. Save yourself the effort. Moving on. So yeah, Steve Jobs just didn't do very well.
No.
I always say moving on, and then I have to add something clarifying, and I just need to get past that habit. Another 2 Star Wars trailers came out this week.
I have
Not watched them.
not watched them.
Yeah, neither have I, because I've seen enough.
Is one of
Moving
them the
on.
Japanese TV spot?
No, we talked about that on last week's episode.
Did we?
We did, yeah.
Oh.
But yeah, like,
I watched the Japanese TV spot.
it's just it's taking the cake a bit now. There's so much.
the
like,
film is
footage out
online
there.
basically at this point. Like,
No, but like
if
that's
you
what I'm
piece
worried
together
about.
the trailers, you can watch the film already.
They've been doing so well to like keep all the plot points away, but it got to the point where I saw this week someone had edited together all of the Star Wars trailers in what they think is chronological order, and there's a good chunk of footage on there, and it's just I don't know, I'm just worried about it, because I don't want too much to get out there.
I've
Sorry,
never,
I'm just,
I've never seen.
Yeah, Mark's never seen a single Star Wars film.
Never.
Not.
I feel like that's a
not
lie.
one. No. He's
No, never.
genuinely.
Are you actually? How?
Honest truth. Never seen them.
Are you gonna watch them, or are you just? Do you think
I
you
know
passed
what
the point?
happens. I know what happens.
Yeah.
I know the big plot details. Of, Luke, I am your father. Like I know all
Whoa!
of that.
Spoiler alert! Spoiler alert!
Like-
Dude, we don't do spoilers on this show. How dare you?
Like and it's-
Tarnishing our
and
reputation.
They're so highly built up. It will only be a disappointment.
Except
Yeah,
you're going to
that's-
watch them before number 7 because we're having a society event.
Oh yeah.
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 We're
So
screening
people
all of
gonna
them, all
dress
6
up
of
and
them,
things like that.
same day.
Can I not work for that, please?
you don't have to.
You don't
come
have to,
that
but
one.
we're watching all 6 of them same
Watching,
day.
Sticking them on at like 4 in the morning as a bunch of people dressed as stormtroopers hump each other at the back row.
I
with
literally made
embarrassed-
this joke when we started organising this that everyone was going to turn up dressed as stormtroopers.
I don't know if they'll be humping each other in the back row.
Gets chilly back there.
Gotta
They're going to huddle
tight.
together and
They're
pull a
gonna huddle
tauntaun
into
over them.
tauntauns. Trust me, Mark. That's funny.
Don't get that reference.
Mark,
Yeah.
Mark,
Fine.
that's a funny
You
joke,
don't
but you
get
didn't
it, but
know.
that's funny.
Very good.
Jesus Christ.
Snuggle into the tauntaun.
How warm is the inside of a tauntaun, Jake? Lukewarm.
Pretty.
Little,
Have you not heard that one?
That's a great joke. Oh,
Lukewarm, guys, lukewarm.
there will be humping stormtroopers though.
So,
Yeah.
can we
Promise.
talk about a thing?
Brings
I
a whole
just
new meaning
tweeted
to
out.
Luke, I am your father.
yeah.
I just tweeted out that we're talking hashtag Star Wars jacket speculation.
So that's a thing that kind of blew up from it. Someone made a joke online. There's this guy called Mr. Sunday Movies.
I
who
love
does
him.
Who does videos?
He is
He's
like
great.
my personal Bible.
And he released a breakdown of the Star Wars trailer, and there's a bit with
Yeah.
like someone laid on the ground. He looks dead, and there's a leather jacket. And we've seen many leather jackets
Yeah.
in the trailers.
Like so
And
many. Everyone's
people
wearing
are
a blue
genuinely
jacket.
like going crazy. Like, whose jacket is it? Then we know who's
So this guy
dead. It's
started
Like, is it Han?
Star Wars good
Jar
Star
Jar.
John.
jacket.
Jar Jar.
John.
Hashtag Jar Jar jacket speculation.
No. But
No,
like,
hashtag Star Wars jacket speculation.
and it become a thing. It's become a thing.
It's become a thing, but I want to actually talk about it. Like,
Do you want to? Well,
Who do you think-
Hashtag Star Wars
who
jacket
do you
speculation.
think-
It's Han.
it's Han.
Yeah, it's Han Solo.
That see, I'd be convinced. Like, if you told me today that they came out and said, "Oh yeah, it's Han that's led down the floor," I'd totally buy it.
Yeah,
Like,
of course you would.
that's
'cause
not a
that's
stretch
logical.
of the imagination. But at the same
And he doesn't
time,
like Star Wars, so why would
At the
Harrison
same
Ford stick
time,
around?
do you not think there'd be a lot of butthurt 15-year-olds if they killed Han Solo?
No, yes, but the point is, it works narratively
Yeah.
and like
Yeah, it
storyline.
especially
it makes
with
sense.
especially with the whole like we've seen he's started to believe in the Force and
Yeah,
the dark
like,
side and whatnot.
he
it's
is.
like,
he
it would
looks
make
like
a
the
great
Obi-Wan of
narrative
the thing.
conclusion.
He looks like the Obi-Wan of this trilogy, and
Yeah.
Obi-Wan died.
Yeah, he did.
You gotta kill him. Kill him in the first one.
It would be
Give them
great.
motivation.
It would be great. And I love Han Solo, don't get me wrong. He's not my favourite character from the series, but he's damn good.
Yeah, he's pretty good. He's alright.
Actually, that's the point. Jake, who's your favourite character from the
My
series?
favorite Star Wars character. Ooh, I'm partial to this Gungan. He's a little known character. He's called Jar Jar Binks.
Oh, not Captain Tacos.
Oh no, that's the
Captain
wrong one.
Tacos?
Captain
Misaba?
Tacos is the
Yeah.
one on the horse. with the
Does
mustache.
anyone know what the King of the Gungans called?
Uh,
Mark's just over there
Bri-
like, this
he's
is
called-
aliens.
He's
yeah.
called Brian Blessed.
Brian Blessed. Yes, it is.
It is actually played by Brian. That's the joke.
Oh,
And he
Yeah.
does a weird noise where he goes. Blah, 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 blah.
no,
Yeah.
right.
It only took me until
No,
like
favorite Star Wars
3
character.
weeks ago to realise
Spock.
it was Brian Blessed.
Yeah, I'm a fan of Spock. Spock is my answer. Favorite Star Wars
Yeah?
character.
Yeah, okay. No, I
I
like,
love it where Spock is like in Star Wars, where Spock is like, "Use the Force, Harry," and then he flies the Enterprise
yeah.
across, and they
And
go to
Gandalf was just
Mordor.
like, fools.
Thunderbirds comes out from underneath, and,
I swear to God, every time anyone makes a joke like
and
that,
Hugh,
my head
Hugh Grant
can't
starts
help.
dancing in Downing Street. And
Every time someone makes a joke like that, my head flashes back to the Ultimate Showdown.
Yeah,
Like, that video is just ridiculous.
it is daft.
But, yeah, so we all think, basically, it's probably Han Solo, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
but the news was that there were two TV spots
Yeah,
out. And
yeah,
we haven't
watch
watched
the
them.
TV
That's news.
spots.
Because it's TV week, TV spots.
Absolutely. Yeah.
oh, right,
I've never heard anyone more disappointed.
yeah.
Okay, so, next piece of news is
I'm
so
going to
good.
leave the next
Moving
piece of
on.
news
Oh,
to
really?
last because
Oh.
it's really good to
Ah.
talk about last thing. But just a quick one. There is a live action non Disney version of The Little Mermaid being made.
Yeah, I saw that. That's...
And
Who's the mermaid?
Chloe Grace Moretz. That's the piece of news.
No idea.
She's the one who
Never
plays
heard of her.
Hit Girl in Kick-Ass.
Oh, she's
Not seen
good.
it.
Yeah, she's all right.
Yeah.
Katie seems
Never
very
heard of
excited.
her.
Katie, you a fan of Chloe Grace Moretz?
No, I think she's just a
Or
fan
just
of
a fan
Disney
of
films.
Kick-Ass?
Disney, man. Like
It's
like-
not Disney.
Well, no, but it's the
It's
Little
Universal
Mermaid.
and working title.
Yeah, but
So
like
it won't be a musical. Odds are, it
I
won't be a
realise
musical, and
that.
it'll probably be the dark, horrible version of the Little Mermaid where she gets like a tongue cut out and all
Or
that
she
jazz.
drowns.
And she drowns. Yeah, of course.
Is there like
They get
controversy
rid-
around that?
Huh?
Is there controversy around that? You know that the Peter Pan thing, the
Oh, how
Oh,
he's
the
a serial
Pan
killer.
thing that they're
Yeah,
doing.
like
You know the charity
That-
issues around that.
no, I
That,
haven't heard
that
any
was
So-
like the
issues.
best named film of all time, right?
Pan.
It's just like it predicted
No,
its own failure.
The rights for the Peter Pan franchise are owned by, or partly owned by Great Ormond Street Hospital,
Oh yeah, yeah.
who were
yeah.
given a percentage of the cut by whoever it was that wrote Peter Pan or
yeah,
came up
yeah,
with the
yeah,
idea.
I know what you mean.
And by not calling it Peter Pan, by just calling it Pan and not having any of the trademark in
Oh,
the film,
yeah, they-
the film studio directly bypassed the need to
Oh,
donate
that's
any
not
money to
cool.
charity.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, and there was a
sketch.
furor around
That's
it.
not
and
it's
cool.
sketch as hell. It's
Boo you, Disney. Boo
God
you.
damn.
But that wasn't Disney, I don't think.
No,
'Cause
it's Disney did Pan.
Would oh, okay.
Yeah, yeah.
How long have you had that boo sound effect queued up on the carts, Katie?
oh, not long. Mark showed me his.
I've had that
instant
stored in
card,
there for
so-
about 6 weeks, so
Oh, really?
So now I have all the sound effects in the world, and I can make my own, and it's
You
awesome.
look actually
Somebody make
like
a-
physically
somebody make a really bad joke.
excited.
Oh, sorry. Do you want me to make a really bad joke?
press number 1.
Wow, Pan. That really panned.
Oh.
Wow, she's
Wow,
got
you
a-
nailed it. You nailed it, Katie.
Hey, can I just say, you
No,
were asked to,
don't do it now.
you
Your
were asked to
time
make a
has
bad
passed.
joke and you stole the joke I made like 5 minutes ago. What
Yeah,
the hell,
take
man?
the hint,
That's not
man.
cool.
It was a bad joke.
That's not cool.
Final piece of news before we move on to the TV section.
This
so
is the
excited.
best
Film
news
talk.
all
Yeah,
week.
this is my favorite
I've been
piece
talking
of
about
news
this
for the
all week.
Mark had talked of nothing but hashtag all my movies. Shia LaBeouf.
Buff.
Shia the Buff. Shia the Boof. Actual cannibal Shia LaBeouf.
Yeah.
Shia the buff as hell.
And I've been saying, this is crazy. People were queuing up for
20 hours.
hours and hours and hours to sit in a cinema with Shia LaBeouf and watch his films with him. And he's just live streaming his face for 72 hours.
I loved this. I consumed
Amazing.
so much of this.
Yeah,
media.
I know, like, because I follow you on Twitter, Mark. I'm sure that comes as no surprise.
Mm.
But, like, every now and then I would see you tweet and I think to myself, there is no way he's still watching it. You kept going back to it, didn't you?
Multiple times.
Now, here's the
I'll
thing.
put it this way. It was on in the office the
Yeah.
other day.
Yeah.
The three of us
We
all
had
worked
dual
together.
screen.
I only
Yeah,
tuned
exactly.
in
We had
for
dual
about
screen on.
20 minutes.
No, you should have tuned in for longer.
I was on
I
for
know,
hours.
so I do regret not having done so.
He is a piece of art.
I watched the ending of it last
Yeah.
night at
Was
2
it?
a.m.
How did it end? Was it
And
good?
I loved it. Right, so I'll tell you, I wanted it to end this way. I absolutely was praying it would end this way because I was scared he'd like stand up and be like, "Right, so that was my art piece. Thank you all for coming. I'll
Yeah.
sign autographs." And people were asking him for autographs while he sat down as well.
What did he
which
do?
Really,
Did he say
just
no?
signed them.
Oh, did he? Oh,
But
right.
one person went up to him and obviously said like, "What are you doing?" or whatever, and you could see him mouth the words, "I'm watching a film."
That's fantastic.
And someone sat behind him, literally, that just shook their heads and banged their head with their hand, like, how stupid.
That's amazing.
So at the end, I literally stayed up till like 2 a.m.
Yeah.
for him to watch his own films.
Did he finish with Even Stevens?
No, there was
Or did
something
he
after
finish
that.
with,
There was
like,
a couple
Paul's?
more after that.
Oh, was
actually.
there?
Yeah.
Okay.
The joy on his face when he was watching Even Stevens, though,
Really?
unparalleled.
I saw
Someone
clips
said
from when he
it's-
was watching Surf's Up.
Yeah, someone
He
said
looked so
when he was
happy
watching
during Surf's Up.
Yeah.
when he was watching Even Stevens, someone said it's literally like if you got to watch footage of your like 12th birthday party. Over
Yeah,
again.
that would be. Yeah, that
And
is
he
kind
was
of
looked,
mine,
so
yeah.
he was crying with happiness
Oh,
and probably
that's
tiredness as
really
well.
nice.
But at the end,
But yeah, he would been up for God knows
at
how
the
long.
end, he literally just the film finished, lights went up, he just got up and walked.
Amazing.
He just walked off.
He is
Perfect.
amazing. Like I've said this, he's barely a person anymore. He's a piece of art.
So someone in the office was talking to me and you about this and said they didn't get it, and I said, so he has such a public persona that is so weird and strange and all that
Yeah.
kind of thing. And is so detached from who he actually is as a person. So he invites you, the person, the public, the audience, to watch the actual person watching the
Yeah.
persona.
It's amazing.
It's second-hand transferal of who he actually
it's
is.
such an
It's
interesting
genius.
idea. It's
Like-
so great.
And
Here's
the average person that has never seen an interview with him but has only ever seen his films
Yeah.
will have learnt more from watching him for that 72 hours than any interview
100%.
or anything.
Yeah, because
Can we just talk about like he got a
Perfect.
lot of flack between like 2005 2012 for the Transformers films.
He had his head in his hands while he was watching it.
Yeah,
he was
he did. He
cringing
seemed
badly.
really.
I would be
And
too.
Indiana Jones as well.
Oh
God,
yeah, I forgot he was in it.
that.
Oh,
Oh,
oh man.
But what a great final few hours, because
Yeah.
he literally would have gone on to Holes, Even Stevens, iRobot would have been in there.
man, I want to
amazing,
go back and
yeah.
watch Holes now.
We were just saying off air, I want to get Lindsay Lohan to do it, because you get all the rubbish that she does,
Yeah.
like serious stuff for the money.
I'm not going to make
Then
the same
all
joke I
the
made
middle
earlier.
rom-coms that are
yeah.
terrible, and
Yeah,
then
yeah.
Mean Girls and Parent Trap. And
Yeah, it would be. I think it's really,
Herbie.
really interesting.
Herbie.
But can
Herbie
we,
fully
like,
loaded.
Shia LaBeouf is an actor who has had a lot of bad things said about his career. Like, that goes without saying.
Yeah.
A lot of people do not like him.
Mm.
A lot of people only know him as the guy who did really badly in
Even
Transformers. And,
Stevens and stuff like that.
but he is one of the... I'm going to say it, and I'm not going to regret saying it. He is one of the best actors currently alive.
I really love him.
And
in
one
Fury.
of the smartest celebrities.
Definitely.
By far the smartest celebrity.
The smartest celebrity.
He's
I think
so ahead of his time.
he
Absolutely is, yeah.
I can tell you.
I
want to
work with this dude.
Me and you study film.
Yeah.
In, I would say no more than 5 years' time.
Yeah.
He will be a case study.
Yeah, he will.
Look at this man as a persona, as a star.
He will.
He's just fascinating.
He's an amazing... Can we talk about one of my favourite pieces of work? that
Connor,
he's
why do you
involved-
always ask me if we can talk about stuff? Just talk about it, man.
Okay.
Just do it!
Just don't let your dreams.
Okay, have we got a sound effect for that?
Next
just
week.
do it. Just do it. Anytime that I
Wait,
say,
there's
can we
a
just
slow
talk
clap
about...
that sounds like the one he does at the end of the
Oh,
video
yeah.
for that.
Anytime
Number
I
4.
say just... You have my permission. Anytime I just say, can we just talk about, from now on, you play the just do it sound effect that we're going to get next week.
Yeah.
So, one of my favourite pieces of his work, because you can see just an incredible spectrum of emotion in such a short time, is the video for Elastic Heart by Sire.
Oh, it's crazy good.
And like
He's
that,
he
he's
does
hench
the
as
dance
hell.
with the he does some performance art with
Some of the
Maddie
explanations of that
something.
video, though.
Oh, people just lost their mind about it. They were like,
Crazy.
"Oh, it's really creepy." It's
Oh no,
like-
no, forget that.
Oh,
People speculating about what the video is meant to mean, and then I think my favorite one was the girl that's in the video with him. Apparently, came out and said, "Oh yeah, the video is that."
it's like werewolf.
He's a werewolf, and
Yeah,
he can't accept the fact that he's a werewolf.
And it's great. No, but like it's great. Like that's probably not the. It's supposed to be left to interpretation.
Yeah,
That's direction. What
Yeah,
she
absolutely.
came out and said, like the thing about like they framed it in the story that's like, oh, it's a werewolf thing. You know,
yeah.
that's the way
No.
they directed
Yeah,
it.
no,
it's
I
up
know.
for interpretation. Otherwise,
It's fantastic.
it's amazing.
But like you can see, like I challenge anyone to watch that video and then not come out of that and say, no, Shia LaBeouf is a fantastic actor.
It's awesome. Honestly, he is barely a person anymore. He's a piece of modern art.
I love him.
So we're gonna cut to another musical break, and then
Oh yeah.
a musical break. Jazz hands, everyone. No, we're gonna cut to another music break, and then afterwards we're gonna talk about some TV.
We are going to talk about
TV's
some TV.
taking over film
We
for thought.
absolutely-
It'll be
I
TV
have it
for
in my
thought.
notes as film talk. That is so wrong.
It's how very wrong you are. So
So-
Connor, what song are we gonna listen
So,
to?
Jake, we are going to play out this next break with a bit of Kansas. Carry On My Wayward Son
Here we go.
by Kansas from the soundtrack. That was Hit Me With Your Rhythm Stick.
Hit me.
Hit me. Hit me with your rhythm stick.
Hit me. Stop saying it, or I'm
me.
gonna keep
Hit
doing
me
that.
with your rhythm stick.
It's nice to be a lunatic.
Someone's moved my notes.
No, they haven't.
Have they not? Oh, sorry. But
You
yeah, that
just
was Hit
didn't
Me With
make
My
any.
Rhythm Stick by Enduring the
Your Rhythm
Blockheads
Stick.
from the soundtrack of
You
Doctor
don't-
Who.
Hit me with your rhythm stick. You said hit me with my. You wouldn't ask someone to hit you with
Take,
your own
here you
rhythm
go.
stick.
Take me stick. Hit me with it.
So yeah, quickly before we go back into news, not news because we're done with news. What am I talking about? Before we go into the TV talk, not film talk, I want to do a quick shout out to our international listeners in Ithaca, New York, and Minnetonka, Minnesota. Thanks for listening in, guys. You make us a much more cultural show. Kind of, I guess. Is that? Would you say? I don't know. I don't know anymore. Jake, take me away from the microphone, please. Just
No,
save
look,
me.
This is your show. Look,
Save me.
every now and then we do a show where you lead it. Lead it, bro.
Oh, it's TV week, and we didn't put "Save Me" from
Smallville.
Super Smallville.
Super Smallville.
Super Smallville. We didn't put "Save Me" from Smallville.
It's a good
That's-
song.
Smorvin. Smorvin.
Thank you for highlighting my
I
speech
love it.
impediments. Right, so film talk this week is actually TV talk. We're just
Great.
going to because this is going to be the only TV episode we do for probably a year at least.
Maybe
if we
maybe,
make it that far.
We'll see.
We're just going to talk about anything for TV, but like I want to start us with a.
lead it, please.
I want us to talk about the rise of like cinematic TV shows.
Yeah, so just TV. Like there was a year ago, there was talk of like TV being the new film. That's where all the talent wanted to go. That's where all the writers were going.
Yep.
That's where all the good actors were going. You know, you got stuff like True Detective with Matthew McConaughey, Woody Harrelson, big actors. You got House of Cards on Netflix with Kevin Spacey, not Rooney Mara, her sister Kate Mara. And Breaking Bad.
What network was True Detective on?
HBO.
What about Breaking Bad? Was it AMC?
That's
AMC, yeah.
Is AMC like HBO where you have to pay for it, like subscribe?
You know, I know nothing about America. Katie, jump on, because I know nothing about
Save
how
us.
American TV works.
ABC is, excuse me, ABC is actually just like a TV like channel. So
We're asking about AMC.
Oh, AMC.
Yeah.
AMC is actually it's kind of like our your guys' Cineworld. That's our like large theater cinema.
No, but the AMC theaters are different to AMC the TV network. They're not affiliated.
Then I have no idea.
Glad to have you, Katie.
Good. Thank you, our American expert. If anyone from Minnesota or Ithaca who actually knows what they're talking about want to tweet in and let us know how TV works in America. But yeah, just everything got really cinematic and big. Like the writing talent was going to TV, the on-screen talent was going to TV.
What would you say like was the big first? I'm trying to figure.
You're trying to say the thing that
the
launched
cause.
the kind of
What
cinematic
started
thing.
this? What gave us the whole?
I would say in the new era of cinematic TV, I would say it's Breaking Bad. If we're talking just cinematic TV,
just cinematic TV for a
The
start.
Sopranos, but I haven't seen it.
I thought
and
you
it's
had.
been going too long.
It
started too long ago to be considered.
Yeah,
like,
I wouldn't call it
this.
part of
Okay.
like the TV
But
renaissance.
also, like, so Netflix, when you think about other platforms like that, like Blockbuster and things like that, Netflix had the investing and know-how to say, let's start a streaming service, let's make our own TV shows.
Yeah.
Like Blockbuster don't make their own TV shows,
Exactly,
or they weren't,
exactly.
shall we say. And like I saw an interview with
Rest in peace.
Kevin Spacey when he was talking about the startup of House of Cards, and they went to Netflix, said, here's what we want to do. Netflix said, go away and write a plan. They came back with a plan and a budget and a huge number for a budget, and Netflix said, okay, sure. And they were like,
they can take
really?
risks like
and
that.
They went and made like their own set and a huge
Well, you've got to think
Washington,
about like
DC.
if you're Netflix, let's role play. Everyone
Okay.
you're a Netflix.
Can I be Netflix?
We're all Netflix studio executives.
Oh, okay.
And someone comes and says, "Look, let's say I'm the producer, right?
Okay.
I've come to you guys as Netflix, and I've said, I've got this idea, political drama. It's based on this British TV show, British miniseries that was quite successful in its time. Not very well known now, so we can adapt it well for American audiences. We've got Kevin Spacey attached, David Fincher, and a whole host of directors waiting to jump on it. Like Joel Schumacher directed some of it, a bunch of different people. Here's the amount of money we got, and you can have it. Only you. It's you. Like, this will bring people to you because no one else has this content. You'd buy that.
yeah.
Connor just threw his wallet at me. A great visual joke for this radio show.
I'm gonna go pick my wallet up. I'll be back in a second.
Okay, but yeah, like, you're an avid watcher of House of Cards, much like
Yeah.
I am. Amazing, right?
Yeah,
It's just,
terrific. I think it's better than Breaking Bad.
I do as well. I'm with you on that. Connor
I
disagrees,
disagree,
probably.
but that's just because
He hasn't seen enough of House
I
of
haven't
Cards.
seen
so
enough of House of
He's
Cards.
seen probably the first 3-4 episodes.
I'm about 5 or 6
Exactly.
episodes in.
Like, you need to get further. The first
Also,
episode of Series 2.
I have a really, really high opinion of Breaking Bad for a few reasons.
No,
Yeah,
but so do I.
typically.
Not
So
just
do a lot
like
of people.
not just like because it's a good, interesting show, but like on a filmmaking level, like the quality, like firstly the visual quality.
If you're about to
Yeah.
tell me that visually Breaking Bad looks better than House of Cards, I'm going to kick you out of the studio.
No, I'm not saying it looks better. I'm just saying I have a high opinion of it because the cinematography in Breaking Bad, you can't deny, is amazing.
I don't rate it. I've got to be
Really?
honest with you. I don't know what it is. Just
Watch that episode with the Fly again.
the Fly episode looked great. I
You see,
just
the
don't
thing
know
is,
if like
There are a lot of shots that go completely unnoticed in the entire show that say so much about. Like, you know when. Oh yeah, by the way, we have a rule for this show, which is
Oh, yeah,
basically
yeah,
we're
yeah,
not
you
talk
should
we're
probably
not
clarify
talking
that.
about any show TV series, like any seasons of shows that are currently airing. But if the season has finished, we will talk about it. So, like, we're not going to talk about Doctor Who season 9. We'll talk about season 8 and previous seasons.
yeah,
Maybe
maybe
if I can bring myself to do it.
without
but-
swearing.
Breaking Bad is we're going into spoilers.
Yeah.
Like the episode where he's led on the floor in the basement, just laughing like a crazy person because so much has gone wrong for him, and like that shot where it's coming up, it's, and you just like slowly see the door to the basement closing in on him, and it's just like, it's so good. It's really good.
Okay, so I know me and you will disagree probably to the end of the earth about which is better, Breaking Bad or House of Cards. So I'm going to hand it over to you guys.
Hey, you don't turn this
So-
into a competition.
No,
Stop
no,
making it a
I-
competition.
I want to beat Connor at something.
We're not on
If you
two
go-
different sides here.
If you go to Twitter at Jake Mulgrew, you can vote what's better, Breaking Bad or House of Cards, because me and Connor will disagree for as long as is humane. Don't you dare go and vote.
Damn it.
You're not allowed to vote. I will disregard your vote. But the poll will be up there for about 24 hours, I think. So yeah, go on, have a look, and vote for your favourite. So
I am in no way saying that one is better than the other.
I am.
I'd probably hold them. I probably hold them on the same level.
right,
And considering how little I've seen of House of Cards,
that's pretty impressive.
it's pretty impressive.
Yeah.
But Breaking Bad, from a filmmaking point of view, is fantastic.
But David Fincher.
Yeah, David Fincher is also incredible. Yes. Already ahead. I just saw the 100% pop up for the first vote.
Yeah.
Thank you, whoever voted.
Yeah, it doesn't give me the information on who votes. So,
Yeah.
whoops.
Okay.
Instant regret.
Yeah.
Regret.
But yeah,
Right.
so we also wanted to talk about sitcoms for a bit.
Yeah, no, I was literally about to bring this up because it occurred to me that sitcoms are probably the reason that we're getting these big, long cinematic investment shows.
Really?
Ironically enough, like I'm not a Friends fan. Let's just put this out there. I hate Fun.
Because
I
things
can't-
like
yeah, I can't.
Friends,
There are big.
2.5 Men, all of the rubbish things.
Some sitcoms getting more and more invested in long story arcs. Like you went from like Friends to like Scrubs, which you can see you get this slow progression of
Yeah.
like story arcs becoming longer and longer to the point where it's just one big flowing story outside of sitcoms now with cinematic shows.
But I guess you could say that about like soap operas that were around in the 70s. So
Well, yeah,
it's,
but
it's
at
a
the same
developing
time,
thing.
that's less about learning these story arcs as it is about.
I disagree. It's almost entirely about that.
Well, no, because it's becoming invested in just like the entire world of the soap operas. Like you look at EastEnders now. If you try and jump on it in EastEnders now, it'll take you about 2 weeks to get to the point where most of the story arcs are starting brand new, and you know you just have to learn the characters, and then you're invested. You can go back and do some research on what's past.
Not this time of year. They're building to the Christmas.
Well,
Who's going to die?
Well, no, not.
Oh, yeah.
But you get the point. You get the point I'm making, though.
Yeah.
It's something that you have to be too invested in.
Okay.
But with the cinematic shows now, they've been adapted from these very collected, independent, like story arcs. These things that you can invest a set amount of time into, but you invest yourself in is the key point.
Right. I suppose. I wouldn't say that they're wholly responsible.
No, I wouldn't say they're wholly
What are
responsible.
some of your favourite sitcoms? Mark, we'll go to you first. What's some of your favourite sitcoms?
Scrubs.
Yep, I think that's probably the answer that we're all going to get.
Yeah, we're all going to Scrubs. Katie,
What
do
did
you
you
want
think
to
of-
quickly?
Well, I recently rewatched all of Scrubs.
Yeah.
And when we say all of Scrubs, we mean cut off at season 8.
Yeah, good.
No, cut off
Why?
at season 9.
Did you actually watch
Season
season
9 is
No,
good.
no.
I didn't
Season
like it
9
that
is when
much.
it got rebooted, and
Oh, you meant the start of season 9. I
Yeah.
meant the end of season 8. Is
Oh,
what I was
okay,
saying.
yeah.
Season 9 is good enough.
I mean,
got
I will
Dave
say
Franco in it,
it's
though.
better than other shows I've seen, but it's still not good for Scrubs.
well, see, the thing is that it's just like at the end of season 8, they were done. They were so happy, and you see like all of the ending and like all of the
Yeah.
love that's going on, and then jumps into.
But they
the
wanted
next
wanted
season.
it to be a new show, and the
Yeah.
network wouldn't stand for it. They wanted
Here's
it
the
to be
thing
called
with
Scrubs.
with
Yeah.
season 9, right? It's not good in the context of like the quality of the rest of Scrubs. It is, however, still a good show.
Mm.
It's like you can like bake a bad cake, but it's still a cake. it's
Yeah,
trust
I
the fat guy
suppose.
to bring up the food analogy, but that's I mean, you get what I'm saying, right?
Yeah, I understand what
Yeah?
you mean. Like,
Okay.
it's still Scrubs to a certain extent. I just
Yeah.
feel like it loses a bit of heart.
Absolutely, but it does have one of my favorite flashbacks of the entirety of Scrubs.
Is it the janitor going away?
Oh no, I totally forgot about that. That is pretty fantastic, though.
I
No,
didn't like that.
one of my favorite flashbacks in the entire Scrubs. It's Dr. Cox with the attack hounds.
Oh yeah,
That
where he's like,
flashback's
he's like-
fantastic.
he's likened to a.
I can't
like a-
I can't remember the context of that flashback, but it's great.
Yeah, he's like got attack hounds and he's chasing all of the like the med students.
Yeah, it's
really
awesome.
funny. Yeah, but yeah, there's some amazing like that's a sitcom that can cut deep when it wants to cut deep. Are there-
George,
Oh, that was what I was about to say. Do you
Ben?
Can you think of any Scrubs episodes that made you cry or
Yeah.
got you on the verge
Yeah,
of
yeah,
cry?
yeah.
Yeah, there's so
Like,
many.
Probably about 10.
Yeah, minimum.
I had this conversation with Katie about a week ago. There are some seriously heavy hitting episodes of Scrubs, like
Yeah.
Like the third episode when they have the 3 patients come in.
yeah.
Yeah.
Laverne, Ben, George.
Yeah, oh
Yeah,
god.
yeah.
Like George is a character you only meet for one episode.
Oh, he's amazing.
What's the name of the character that when she passes away, she's played out to that song that's Any Minute Now.
Oh, yeah, I know what you mean, yeah.
Oh, it was yeah.
My ship
I
is
can't remember her
coming in.
It's
That
that's
one.
Colin Hay.
Colin
not
Hay.
the name of the
Not the woman.
Yeah,
The
I
woman
know
is
what
not
you
called
her name's
Colin.
Colin Hay.
Yeah. No, but I know
Oh,
what you
man.
mean.
Yeah, I can't remember her
Yeah.
name, but just like
She's in the last episode of season 8.
She is.
is she?
She's in the
Oh,
hallway.
she is. She's in the hallway. And Hooch.
Yeah,
Hooch is crazy.
It's crazy.
Hooch, just that payoff with Hooch turning back up in the straitjacket. That's like
Yeah.
that joke is like 3 seasons old at that point.
Yeah, like they hadn't even
They
mentioned
hadn't
him
mentioned him in
for-
so long, and you're just like, oh my god, Hooch is crazy.
Yeah.
It's fantastic. I love him.
No,
Oh,
I think my favorite part, like my favorite moment ever of Scrubs, is at like after the hallway actually, and JD is like watching the video of all of like any possible future things that could happen.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
Oh my gosh, that was just great. And then when
Oh, When
JD's
Dr.
in-
Cox turns up at the door and they,
I didn't actually like the
give me a
last
minute,
episode.
guys. I'm gonna go outside and
Really?
cry.
I
Season
didn't
8.
like the last episode of season 8 because Turk is not in the second half of the episode.
Yeah.
It's an hour long and Turk
Yeah.
literally doesn't appear.
It's weird.
Okay, yeah, no, that's a good point. But
Yeah.
at the same time, that's not gonna ruin the show for me. It's not like I'm gonna be highly offended by the lack of Turk in the second half of that one episode.
I think
Lack of racial diversity.
yeah.
Yeah,
I think
except for the rest of the show,
Yeah.
what's
where
interesting
it's
about
literally
TV
one black guy and one white guy.
What's interesting about TV nowadays is the kind of fandoms that you generate, the kind of fan bases. Would you say
Just
there's
do not
any fan base?
mention Super Hulock. We're
bigger-
just staying away from that.
Do you think there's any like kind of bigger thing amongst all age groups? I'm not just talking about the people you find on Tumblr, but fan base wise, other than Game of Thrones, is that the biggest TV series at the minute?
At the moment, yes, absolutely.
So you watch
actually? I'd say. Actually, no. Yeah, Game of Thrones. I was
Well,
about to say
thanks for
Doctor Who,
derailing the
but I
conversation.
think probably Doctor Who has
It's lost a lot of
capped
people.
off recently.
Yeah, but yeah, Game of Thrones. You watch it.
I do.
Shout out to Mum at home. She watches it a lot.
Yeah, I'm sure Scott's going to be there. Like, mention Watchers at the Wall, and I'm like, go away, Scott. I don't need your input.
The what?
It's this fan group thing. It
Go
doesn't
on.
matter. It doesn't matter.
No, I want to know.
I don't know that much about it. I just know there's a
great.
fan group
Well, thanks for bringing it up.
called Watches in the Wall that Scott wanted me to mention, so much so that he called me while I was at work. So thanks for that.
Is that what the phone call was? That you
It was,
took to
have
work?
you sseen the box for my copy of Grand Theft Auto 4, and have you heard about Watches in the Wall? And I'm just there like, Scott, I'm at work, please.
Because the
God
thing
damn it.
is, you always assume it's an emergency whenever your
Yeah.
parents phone you. So you're like, oh, what's wrong? What's wrong? He's like, where's my GTA box?
The thing is, like, Scott never calls. Mum
No.
calls all the time.
All
but
the
when
time.
Scott calls, I'm always like, oh my god, something happened to Mum.
Yeah.
I just...
I love how it's never the reverse. You never
No.
worry about Scott when mum calls.
Well, no, because Scott, I can usually hear in the background making some, welcome to Scott for Thought.
That's officially the weirdest one.
Yeah, absolutely,
that
yeah.
we've done. But yeah, yeah, Game of Thrones.
Yeah. It's...
It never caught me, man.
Well,
I'll
no,
be
because
honest with you.
you've got the problem where you keep... Like, you've got the same problem with Walking Dead. You keep rewatching the first 3 episodes about 100 times.
Yeah.
You need to get past that hurdle of the first 3 episodes of starting a new show.
As far as I'm concerned, if it doesn't get me in those first 3 episodes, it's not worth watching. Breaking Bad almost lost
but
me in the first
you've
couple
seen,
of
but
episodes.
you have seen clips from later in Game of Thrones and clips from
Yeah.
later
And
in
they look interesting.
Walking
but, like,
Dead, and
you
they're
know, I'm just-
crazy
it's just-
good.
If it can't get past the first hurdle, what? Like what?
Well, do you remember how I ended up watching Game of Thrones?
Because the parents watched it a whole bunch.
Yeah, the parents watched it a lot, but because I had my Xbox set up in the living room and was playing Dark Souls at the time, and I just heard a conversation that someone was having, and then I heard like a clang of metal. I turn around, and someone was dead, and I was like, "Well, that was quick. What happened?" And then I watched. I like when you find the one event that clicks a show for you.
Which was the for me in Breaking Bad.
For Breaking Bad,
that
it was this
the-
isn't meth.
Yeah, this isn't meth moment where he blows up.
Uh,
is it Tuco's? Tuco's place.
Yeah. He blows up. He blows up Tuco's den
Yeah.
with.
Some kind of chemical. That
Oh,
kind
I
of-
know it. It's.
Do you know what, Connor? Let's not embarrass yourself.
Something. It's something mercury.
Go on.
I know it's a
Freddie.
mercury compound, but I'm not a chemist. I'm a physicist,
Freddie.
so I'm just going to stay away from that.
Freddie.
God damn it, Mark! Can we just, please?
Yeah.
I meant the boo.
Oh right.
I meant the. Give me the boo. I said that. Give me a second. What fucking-
Katie's entire she's just going to be spending all of her time playing with that soundboard now. I love it.
Right.
Yeah. So other TV things you want to talk. Oh well, let's address the elephant in the room.
Yeah.
Doctor Who's a bit crap now, isn't
Yeah,
it?
it is.
Right. You seem to be on
I-
when we mentioned Doctor Who during the break. You seem
I
to
can't
go
stand
into
it.
You can't stand
I
it.
get
Not even the
so much flack when I break down on Facebook what is wrong with Doctor. Because by the way, this is a regular thing.
Yeah, Connor goes on a rant every week when it comes up.
I'm a lifelong Doctor Who fan. Watched basically every copy of the classic series that still exist.
Yep.
I have been watching religiously, with the exception of 5 episodes, since Christopher Eccleston took over in 2005.
Yep.
The show has gotten to a point where I've
It's
almost
bad.
quit watching it 3 times this season.
It's bad. Let's not sugarcoat it. It's
No.
just bad now.
For a whole bunch of reasons. If you want, we can talk about the more technical side of why.
Do you know what?
Doctor
Let's
Who
not
is
talk about
bad.
it all. Let's go to a music break so we can get to the fun bit of the show.
Yeah, that's...
Hit us with some music, Connor. What is going to be playing
Can I not
right
just
now?
talk about Doctor Who?
No, let's
No.
just... Mark's like, no.
Fine.
So what are we going to be listening to now?
Next is going to be it's going to be an interesting one.
Yeah, I don't think many people have heard
No,
this.
no, this is a bit obscure. This one is by a guy called Jazzy Jeff,
And Will Smith.
and the small artist Will Smith featuring. It's Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Hello. I'd like to play a game with you.
That was a very abrupt cut.
It was a very abrupt cut. Yeah. Hello and welcome back to the Film for Thought podcast on Blast Radio.
Wow, I said let's stand up so we can get some energy.
Yeah, we did.
And literally, what do? You come with in fact, I would say lower
Okay,
energy.
so anyway.
Yep.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
Join in the conversation as always on Twitter using the hashtag FFTOnBlast, and we're going to be used. I mean, I totally forgot what my Twitter handle was there for a
At
second.
Con Mulgrew
At Con Mulgrew
or at Jake
or
Mulgrew.
at Jake Mulgrew.
or at @MarkLife_ if you want to get in touch with our guest.
No,
Don't get in touch
tweet
with him.
him. He hates
talk
everyone.
to me.
So, it is Battle Royale time.
Yes.
Oh, God, I've been waiting for this all day. Right.
I love it.
So,
Ooh,
that was
drama.
loud. So,
That's our
this
dramatic
week we
battle
have,
is.
representing team hosts, we have Jake,
Yes.
the infinitely awful Jake
I am
Mulgrew.
0 in 1
You are 0 in 1 so far.
because
Good job,
Axel beat me.
Because Axel beat you. Which he did earn. And representing team guests, or team hosts, depending. He's
He's team guest.
Yeah, but he's part of...
Yeah, but he's not a
You
host
do-
on this
he's-
show.
That's weird, though. He owns us. Like, how do we...
Team guest, it's Mark
Team
Riley.
guest is Mark Riley, the infinitely bearding Mark Riley, right? What? Don't have a beard, I won't mention it. How about that, right? So, we're just gonna go straight in.
I love it. Let's do
Except I've forgotten to mention what that song was. That song,
it. With the Cortinas.
it was not 19 Forever by the Cortinas.
Yeah.
Okay.
From Mr.
I'm such a good host. It's
Yeah, this
like
is
I don't
why-
know how
this
I
is why I do it
haven't
most of
won
the
an
time.
Emmy or something yet.
Because they
Right.
don't do radio
Emmys TV.
So,
Yeah.
our first question today, Mark will be answering first,
Okay.
is
So this is round 1.
this is round 1.
You're so bad at this. You say round
She
1.
already
it
did
goes
the
ding,
dinger,
ding,
it
ding,
confused me.
And then
Round
you
1. Thank
Okay.
you. Okay. The best adaptation to film from a TV show.
Do you want to ask that again in a slightly less weird way?
Oh, you throw me right off. You told me it was the other question was first.
Oh, sorry. Should we do the other question first? Because I've kind of given the question now.
If that's the question, okay, yeah, I've got them jingles.
Oh, what?
Jingle number 1 out of the 2
I'm so good.
to play me in.
See, Mark came prepared, and like
So
I
are we
didn't.
doing this question first?
Yeah, we are.
Right, should we restart
Okay.
that?
Okay, let's round 1.
Round 1. The best film adaptation of a TV show.
Okay.
And we'll go to Mark's clip now, I guess. Mark?
It's faded down.
That's very quiet.
It is very quiet. Right, well, for
those
any of us that are not dogs, that was the intro jingle to Wayne's World, of course.
Sorry, bro. I had it turned all the way up.
Yeah. My choice is Wayne's World,
Okay.
famously adapted from a Saturday Night Live sketch.
You say famously. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah. No. It's a big thing. Normal
obviously
people know it.
there have been 2 films and rumours of a revival if ever they want to get down to it.
Mike Wayne.
It's a cultural, a legendary piece of culture that I think we all consume. For the last 90s night, I went dressed as Wayne. I had a hat and
Did.
everything else was my own clothing. I just put on the hat and looked like Wayne from Wayne's World. I love the film,
Yeah.
and it's the best. So
And so okay.
Okay.
That's a good. That's
Party on! Party on,
there we
Wayne!
go.
Party on, Garth. It's Wayne's World! Wayne's World! Party time! Excellent! And we're out.
I'm so confused by everything that's happening.
You've
Okay.
never seen Wayne's World, have you?
No, I haven't. Jake.
So
Your answer.
my pick for the best film adapted from a TV show is The Man from U.N.C.L.E. Originally a film from dem olden times. I'll put it this way: my dad watched it, so it's old. It's a great film about an American spy and a Russian spy. They have to work together.
Extremely well stylized, this new film.
Yeah, the new film is, and this is what we're talking about at the end of the day. It's which is the best film that is.
Hey,
based
we're not
on.
arguing yet.
Wayne's World
finish
is
your
a
pitch.
film. There's 2
Stop
Wayne's
No,
arguing.
no, I agree.
Stop arguing. Finish your pitch.
Okay, my pitch. So I just nearly knocked my headphones off. Nearly knocked my head off. So, The Man from U.N.C.L.E. is an amazing piece of film. I think highly underrated, and critically, it didn't get the praise that it deserved. It's a great piece of film. Guy Ritchie did it. Guy Ritchie's great. Really, really good adaptation from because it doesn't rely too heavily on I sat through without having seen the Man from U.N.C.L.E. TV show, and I still got it all. It didn't rely too heavily on it.
We didn't even know it was a TV show until we came out.
No,
of the film.
that's what got me.
Okay.
So that's my opening pitch.
So, those were good choices.
Yep.
Both parts, fantastic choices. Since Mark went first, we're going to go to Mark first for his response, his argument.
As to why Jake is wrong.
You can argue why Jake is wrong. You can heavily defend your point, which is probably a better way to start, though, mate.
Okay, so I've never heard of the film that you're picking, and you
Wait,
also
you never
said
heard of the film or the TV show?
either.
Okay.
You also said it didn't get the praise it deserved, but in this world, things get the praise they deserve, and therefore I'm assuming it didn't deserve much praise.
Ooh.
My film currently holds a...
Katie lurched back in her chair. That one
Wayne's
had
World
some weight.
currently holds a 73% rating on Rotten Tomatoes, which certifies it as good.
Well, it certifies it as fresh.
Fresh.
He's got stats, son.
I think stats.
As I've said, we are talking about the best adaptation. I can't speak personally for your choices, but Wayne's World, the films, are very popular with the cult fans of Wayne's World, the sketch, and also popular with a commercial audience. So therefore, they have helped bring Wayne's World to the attention of the masses and not lost any of the original Wayne's World authenticity. So they are working both for the hardcore fans and they are selling it and therefore making it a commercially viable franchise. Thank you very much.
He's got me on the ropes.
Can you
Can you come on every week?
Feel your credit as a filmmaker crumbling away? Because I can feel that.
I feel
He's
like
not a filmmaker.
I haven't seen Star Wars.
I'm being beaten up by a guy. So I would say Wayne's World is not that great of a film.
Oh, ouch. Feel the burn.
Pew, pew, pew. Can we get a proper argument here? Like, maybe defend your film?
He's totally thrown me.
Yeah. He's
I'm
good.
Like, on the ropes and...
Dude is good.
Who have won the previous Battle Royals? Has it?
I've won one. The guests have won
but
two.
But is it a 2-0 victory or is it like 1-1 and then a judge? Have you ever had a wipeout? Or washout, I should say.
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah. First week.
No, the first.
Dan?
Oh yeah.
You gave them both
Dan
to Dan
yeah.
because it was crap. It was complete horse crap.
Yeah, there have been knockouts before, but yeah, I don't.
There will be
man,
again.
I can't. Look,
Jake, you need to do something. We cannot have we cannot have
a forfeit.
A 3-1 loss for the hosts because you forfeited a round. Because that's it. You forfeit this question, the game is over. We have to end the show early.
Know that.
Come on, man.
I can't.
Okay, break down Wayne's World.
It's a bit shit. It's a bit too self-referential. It's a bit naff. Frankly, I'm trying my best, but I can't. I picked the wrong choice. I concede.
Did we just?
I concede. You broke me. You broke me.
I cannot believe you did that.
He broke me.
We have the first ever.
I was expecting better than that.
Films for Thor Battle Royale forfeit.
I'm so annoyed.
We'll still do question 2 because you can still at least end this with a tie. So
Yeah,
we got a tie.
White flag been thrown in.
Okay. So,
I'm so annoyed.
Damn it, Jake. Come on.
I'm so annoyed.
Right. So the second question.
Right. Okay.
Mine is actually relevant for that noise, so
It's
you'll
actually
enjoy it.
relevant.
Okay.
It is super relevant.
Okay. Go on.
So we're going to go to Jake first for the best non-actor cameo in a film.
It took you so long to get that out.
I forgot what the second half of the question was. I was like,
Think,
there is another
the
part to
show?
this.
We talk about something on this show. What do we talk
what
about?
What are they? What are those things?
Games. It's not music.
It's
Come on,
not
hit me,
Ellen
with
DeGeneres.
hit me with your worst shot. Come on.
Oh, so the best non-actor cameo in a film.
And I must specify because we had an answer from Mark originally, which was David Bowie or Bowie or Bowie.
Yeah, we said he's an actor
in Zoolander, but he is an actor. If you recall, Jareth in Labyrinth,
the Goblin King.
The Goblin King. I love that. That's
so, the best non-actor cameo in a film is Exhibit in 8 Mile. Which
Mark just looked at you like, what? Who?
You've seen
Where?
8 Mile?
When?
Yeah.
No comment.
So he
doesn't know who
I'm
Exhibit
waiting
is.
for you
He
to
doesn't
finish
know
your...
what 8
Okay,
Mile
all right.
is.
I'll finish it.
Pathetic attempt at a victory
Mark,
from you.
Mark, Exhibit and 8 Mile. You don't know what either of those things are, do you?
No, I'm refusing to comment until he is done.
Okay,
speaking.
I'll do my pitch.
Go.
So this is one of the most logical and well-used cameos. So the film is all about freestyle rap, things of that nature, and in the context of the the situation in the context of who the characters are, this cameo makes so much sense. Logistically, it's also a little bit of a nod to rap fans. It's well placed. It doesn't feel out of place. It's not like, hey, look at this thing. You know, it's just it's a casual. It's well used, and it's a really really great moment that has you laughing as well because he just gets pounded.
He does
in a rap
It's
battle.
Exhibit getting beat out by
Like Slim Shady.
well, not Slim Shady, but I mean
The
who's
entire
woman
crowd.
that goes
Yeah,
up
yeah,
against
yeah,
him in
yeah.
the rap battle. It's
Yeah.
like
Yeah, I
she
think
just
that,
comes
that-
out of nowhere. I don't
Yeah.
know if she's an actual rapper
I
or
don't know
whether
either.
like she's
But Exhibit is the best
Exhibit.
non-actor cameo in a film. Mark, to you.
So
me.
my choice for best non-actor cameo in a film would be Mike Tyson in The Hangover. The Hangover, of course, a legendary film now at this point of comedy, relatively different from the ilk of comedy films that were out at the time, starring
Okay.
Adam Sandler and Will Ferrell and so on. It was relatively new, fresh cast members, fresh idea, and
fresh beard.
Yep. And a huge surprise at the time to people that went to see it was Mike Tyson's cameo appearance. Mike Tyson stars as himself.
And Mike Tyson's Tiger.
Yes. Well,
Tiger.
let me get onto that.
Sorry.
Mike Tyson stars as himself as the boys are recovering from the night before with the hangover, as it were. And they find Mike Tyson in their hotel room, wondering where his tiger is whilst air drumming to Phil Collins' In the Air Tonight. He then subsequently punches Stu, is it? The one that Ed Helms plays. And they journey back to Mike Tyson's mansion in the hope of finding the other guy that they've been looking for the whole time. So he not only is he just a cameo, he is integral to the plot. He is integral to character development, and he is integral to finding the guy who is actually getting married in the morning.
Bring it back to me.
Would you not worry,
Bring it back to me.
Jake? Would you not worry with Mark's choice that
It's too integral.
It's too integral?
He
He's just
destroyed
an
his
actor
own
at that
argument
point?
because he's not a cameo. He is a character. He plays himself. I will give you that. It is him. But
I mean, I
say
guess
he
that
is
is
too,
sort of the discrepancy between a cameo.
He is too integral to the
Right, well,
to the story
may
to
I-
be considered a cameo.
May I have my argument back now?
Yeah, let's bounce it back.
So, a cameo can be defined as someone appearing in something as themselves.
Oh wow, he got definitions too.
By definition,
That's
Mike
not the Oxford definition.
By definition, Mike Tyson has filled that quota and criteria. Please don't be googling
He's
that now.
actually
I'm gonna
bringing
Google it
up.
because you can't.
I
fight
mean,
me on
are we
semantics.
using technology to help our arguments on? I don't
We
think
can.
we should.
I mean, usually we
I
don't.
wasn't made aware of that.
Usually we don't, but
Yeah.
I think for the sake of like this argument, it's kind of a.
Well,
Jay-
no,
Well, look,
but we
well,
can agree that
okay,
a
I can
cameo,
agree.
a cameo
Okay.
is someone appearing in something as themselves. Okay.
No.
Yes.
See, and here's why I would disagree with you, because there are plenty of films where people play themselves, and it's not a cameo. Like the other thing I was going to say
Don't bring
was,
up Stan Lee.
no,
Because
I
Stan
wouldn't.
Lee
'Cause Stan Lee,
plays
that is a
Stan Lee
cameo.
as Stan Lee as someone else.
No, but that is a cameo.
It is a
also.
cameo.
No, but what I would say is, I thought about this before the show. I almost picked Bob Barker
Yeah.
in Happy Gilmore.
Yeah, you did.
But frankly, he's a character. He plays himself, but it's like
It's an
it's
exaggerated
an exaggerated
It's
version
like
of himself. It's not the
everyone
way he
in
normally
This
is.
Is the End.
Exactly. It's,
All
it's
right. Let me have
and
my
that's
full
another
argument.
great point. This is the end. Jay Baruchel,
Michael
Seth
Cera.
Rogen, Michael Cera,
Michael Cera is a great
James
point for that.
James Franco. They all play themselves, but they're not cameos.
Can I continue
Yeah,
with
sure.
my argument?
Sure.
So I do think that whilst Mike Tyson is integral to the plot and to the film, he is still Mike Tyson, world famous boxer, making a random appearance in what at the time was quite a random film. Now, your pick,
Mm-hmm.
Exhibit, see Eminem, who plays a character in the film, and
Yep.
Exhibit, who plays himself in the film.
He doesn't
those-
play himself. He plays.
Now, see here.
No, but it's a cameo. Like
If he doesn't play, if he's not himself, if he's a character,
It's
then
still a cameo.
then he's an actor, because that's why you didn't let me have. That's one of the like David Bowie doesn't play himself in Labyrinth; he plays a character. You've picked someone who is acting in the film as a character.
Do you want to just take your headphones off? The door is over there. I will see you next week.
Well,
I
it's
don't even need
like-
to. I had a whole thing of rationale why I could have smacked you down and smacked that down as well. Because the thing is, Eminem and Exhibit are from the same worlds of rap music.
Ladies
in
and
canon,
gentlemen.
they exist in the same world and would have crossed paths, collaborated, have same friends, been at the same award shows, things like that, performed on the same TV shows. It
Ladies
doesn't
and gentlemen,
work
I'm going to
canon.
have to call it. What happened? This is the quickest films for thought, but we might have to go back to TV talk. Like,
We got 15 minutes until 8 o'clock.
we do. What happened? Jake, what? You let your guard down.
I came unprepared for the first round. I'll admit it. I didn't think about it too much.
And clearly you didn't think about the second round at all.
No, but here's the thing. I would have expected, if you were going to call out something like that, I would have expected you to pick it up and advise me before. I'm not being bitter, but I'm being bitter.
This
well-
is an upset. Mark,
An upset
we
would
don't even have to go with the tense results for each question.
An upset would imply that you weren't expecting me to come.
I wasn't
with-
expecting this.
drop so many knowledge bombs.
I just...
He just dropped the mic.
Invoice me for the microphone that I just dropped.
I just...
Can someone get me the receipt? That'd be great.
Okay, so I don't even think I have to keep it a secret at this point. Mark wins both questions.
So Mark wins the game.
Katie, do you want a cheer sound effect, mate? Thanks, Katie.
Thanks, Katie. That was great.
Cheer sound
Well,
Got
effect?
it turned
Mark?
down.
There we go.
There we go.
Thank you, everybody.
You see,
I'd
Thanks
like
to
to
our
thank
live
I
my
have a
video
couple.
family.
I have a couple of issues here.
All right.
Right.
do that.
Firstly, Mark, holy crap, you are good at this.
Yeah, that was,
I know.
that was
Jake,
impressive.
Holy
You were-
crap, you are bad at this.
Yeah, I got. Well, no, I beat out Axel last week in. Oh, sorry, 2 weeks ago in what's the scariest non-horror moment?
You beat one question of the
The tunnel
four
scene from
questions
Willy
you have
Wonka.
done.
Huh?
Jake,
The tunnel scene from Willy Wonka and the
Jake.
Chocolate Factory.
What did he pick?
He picked.
the dog.
Oh,
in
the
Ghostbusters.
dog eating the guy in Ghostbusters.
You got scared by Willy Wonka?
That
Have
tunnel
you seen that
scene
scene?
is crazy.
It's actually
Yeah.
terrifying.
I'd have
There's
given
no
that to
knowing
Axel.
where
I'd have given that
going.
to Axel.
No,
Whatever.
no. Here's the thing, Jake. You have
I'm
lost.
just saying.
You have lost 3 of the 4 questions you've had
Yeah.
on Team Host.
Yeah.
At what point does he become team guest? Because he's bringing the reputation of the show down.
That's what I'm
He's
saying.
just gonna send me
You are
over.
technically the owner of this show.
No, you
Mark.
can't give it to team hosts just because you want to boost your
No,
stats.
I'm not
I'm
having
not-
that. I'm not having that.
I'm not giving it to Team Host. I'm giving you to Team Guests.
No, you can't make that call. As executive producer,
You have let
I'm
the
putting
side
this
down. You have let the side down.
Look, here's the
Hey,
the way.
why
the
don't you pull the
hierarchy works
executive
on
producer
this show.
card on a week you remember to executive produce? How about that, Jake? How about that? Pew, pew,
And why
pew,
don't you pull?
Sit down.
Why don't you pull the guest card on a week you remember to actually research what the questions that you're answering
Yeah,
as a
all
guest?
right,
Jake,
all
Jake,
right,
Jake.
all right, yeah.
But now it's 3-1 to Team Guests.
Have we done 4 of these?
Yes.
Oh yeah, we've done.
What-
Yeah. You're
What
right.
happened?
I let my guard down, man. He got a few early punches and it derailed me. Look, I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna come back harder. I'm gonna come back.
No, that was.
Oh,
was
is
me
this-
holding the microphone to
Oh,
you.
okay. I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna come back more prepared. I'm gonna be like Rocky in. I haven't seen any Rocky films, but I assume he makes a comeback in one of them. I'm gonna be like that. I'm gonna be like the guy from Southpaw. I'm gonna come back left-footed and just boom, uppercut from the Southpaw position.
Mark, you're by far the most prepared,
Dude, you
and shockingly
did really
good
well. Put it there,
contestant
man.
we've had so far.
That was impressive.
I know.
You are a very well-spoken, eloquent man.
I know.
And that totally threw me off. So, luckily we finished a bit earlier because there's some stuff I need to talk about as a representative of the film society. That is, of course, what this show is. We are the film
this is
society
just
show.
closing out the show now.
Closing out the show, I want to talk about a couple of things.
Yeah.
Number one, we announced today a very exciting screening that we're doing here at UWL. We're doing a double bill on Tuesday, the 24th of November. We're going to be showing Shaun of the Dead and Hot Fuzz back to back, starting from 5 o'clock on the 24th of November. We're doing it in Freddy's Bar, so there'll be drinks and we'll all be having fun, be chilling, having fun, hanging out. It should be great. The second thing I want to talk about is we have in the works, a Star Wars marathon. So a Star Wars movie marathon, all 6 films in lead up to the Force Awakens release. So we're going to be doing that as well. And then finally, another thing we have in the works. What you've just listened to is a little segment that we do called Film for Thought. Called Film for Thought. I was doing so well. You just listened to a segment that we do called the Film for Thought Battle Royale. And we are in the very early stages of organising our Christmas special, which will be a 2-hour live in front of a studio audience 2-hour battle royale extravaganza featuring guests that we've already had on.
Yep.
Me and Connor are going to fight each other.
We are going to fight
finally.
each other. Yep.
And
we're going to fight the audience.
We're going to fight you.
Introducing Team... Jake, team name.
Team audience.
I went to say Team Contenders, and then I got confused by Contender.
We're all contender.
Ready.
Yeah, so we're going to be doing a really cool interactive live show where people can come submit questions.
Here's the thing, though. Like the big thing with this, it may not be going out live on the day. It
almost definitely won't.
It's almost definitely because it's. I think the plan is that we're going to have it pre-recorded, and it's going to go up on Boxing Day. Yeah. It's either Boxing Day or the week before. Yep.
Boxing Day might be our actual Christmas episode.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, we'll see. Mark, you were going to say something.
I thought you were going to have it like the last week of term, and I was just have it in here.
What? Have a full studio audience in this room?
It's a teaching studio. You can get like 20 people in
there is plenty of room for people.
Realistically, how many people are you going to get?
Yeah, that's true.
Have them in here.
I don't know. We'll see.
We'll
see how it goes.
Okay, well, anyway, so keep an eye out get onto the UWL Film Society Facebook page. Keep an eye out. Make sure you like, because you'll be kept up to date with all the things that we're doing. If you're not a member of the Film Society, make sure that you become a member of the Film Society.
And if you have questions that you would like us to debate, like us to throw at each other, we're now taking submissions for questions for the Battle Royale on our Facebook page.
Yep, on the Facebook page or on Twitter if you use the hashtag FFTBattle. So FFT Battle.
And if they're good enough, we may just save them for that 2-hour special.
Exactly. So that's been the show. Thank you so much for listening in, guys. Connor, do you want to do your outro? This has been your kind of baby this week.
No, I mean...
Fine, I'll do it. So thanks for joining us, listening in this week to our TV episode of Film for Thought.
Yeah.
I've been Jake Mulgrew.
I have been Connor Mulgrew.
As always, joined by Connor Mulgrew this week. The ever so eloquently well-spoken...
And ever so victorious.
Ever so victorious...
I want to hand him a belt.
Mark Riley.
Don't forget, he's very humble, too.
And,
yeah, absolutely.
And thank you to Katie, our producer.
Thank you, Katie.
For making us all sound really good. So we're going to play you out now to probably my favourite song from a TV show ever. From the finale of Breaking Bad.
Oh yeah, by the way, Twitter agrees that Breaking Bad is better than House of Cards.
That's true. See you later, guys. It's Baby Blue by Badfinger.